Well, Italian in Connecticut Week continues here at News 8, and we're celebrating the influence Italian Americans have had right here in our state.
Promise of work and the mills drew them here first, and Italians certainly left their mark on Waterbury with some very impressive architecture, which you can still see to this day. News 8's Kent Pierce is live now from the Brass City. And Kent, that building behind you, I've been looking at the beauty of it all morning. It would not look out of place in Rome itself.
Absolutely not. Some people think this minor basilica looks a lot like one of the major basilicas in Rome. You're absolutely right there. Now, it may have been the brass mills and other industry that drew Italians to Waterbury in the first place. And yeah, a lot of those industries have gone away, but a lot of those Italian families are still thriving and they have left their mark. It's all around in Waterbury if you know where to look.
The huge cross at the top of Holy Land is the most recognizable part of Waterbury's skyline. It was first put there by an Italian-American named John Greco in the 50s. It turns out there's a lot of Italian influence around Waterbury. The building with the clock tower that now houses the Republican-American newspaper was copied straight from Italy. It looks just like the Torre del Mangia in Siena. A couple hundred miles north of Siena, in Ponte Landolfo, an ancient stone tower watches over that town. This tower in Waterbury was modeled after it. It guards the entrance to the Ponte Club.
This is the most wonderful place you could be. It brings you right back to Italy. You don't miss Italy at all when you're up here.
Oh yeah,
That's because you'll hear nothing but Italian every morning as the members play cards. Many came from Ponte Landolfo decades ago because back then, Brass Mill meant something more than a shopping mall.
When I came 1960, Waterbury was one of the best cities to live in. It was an American brass, Scoville, Chase, all big factory.
Italian immigrants poured into the Brass City, but they were not always welcomed. In 1922, an Italian doctor named Anthony Vastola tried to join one of the many service groups.
I know it was the Rotary Club or the Exchange Club, and because he was Italian, he was not allowed to join. Proud Italian American, educated, says, you know what, they're not going to let me join this, so I can't give back to my community. So he decided, well, we'll start our own group.
That group was Unico. It started in Waterbury and is now the nation's largest Italian-American service organization with almost 6,000 members nationwide. A different Waterbury doctor is helping others these days.
I didn't speak a word of English when I came to this country.
Anthony Luciano came here when he was just 16. He studied hard and became a doctor.
And when I delivered this little baby, to me it was like a miracle. And this light went on and I said, what a great thing to do.
He is now head of UConn Health's Division of Reproductive Endocrinology and Infertility. He played a major role in developing the UConn in vitro fertilization program and now works alongside his daughter, who's also a doctor. Immigrants always want better lives for their children. Back at the Ponte Club, they'll brag about the kids. Just look at Antonio and ask him about his son.
So he's doing very, very wonderful. That's why I wear this Ferrari jack.
Nice. Does he have one? Does he have a Ferrari?
Got three.
What's better than that, huh? He comes to this country with nothing. 60 years later, his son owns 3 Ferraris. Well, coming up at noon right here on News 8, I'll introduce you to a family also doing very well in business. They started with one little shop. Now they've got a franchise of 10 stores and growing. You'll meet them coming up on News 8 at noon. For now, live in Waterbury, I'm Kent Pierce. Back to you.
Wow, Kent, 3 Ferraris. That's amazing. Hey, News 8 is celebrating Italians in Connecticut all this week, and we will be taking you on the part that the Italian Americans have played in our communities. Now, today we're in Waterbury, tomorrow we're in Hartford, Friday in North Haven. You can come by and say hi.
And there's this to tell you about. You can enter to win a trip for 2 to beautiful Milan. One lucky winner will fly Emirates Airline, stay at the Four Seasons Hotel Milano. All travel will be arranged by travel advisor Janet Lewis of Largate Travel. You can enter every day today through May 10th by logging on to WTNH.com's contest page, Gil.